guys, and thank you so much for tuning in to the video. Now, first of all, the video is going to be about some tips that I have learned along the way, being natural, and some ways to retain growth, to see growth. And this is coming from someone who, prior to becoming natural, because I did do a big chop, which I think I'm going to go ahead and do a video about that and share my experience and maybe insert some pictures. I don't have a lot left because I kind of lost my pictures. But anyway, I want to share, some of my information that I have gathered over the years. And I have been natural now for almost 9 years. And my experience has been positive the entire time. It has been tough, but it has been pretty much positive as far as hair growth and length retention. So I do want to get into that, but I did want to quickly just say thank you guys so much who've been watching my video for hair. And I don't want you guys to think that we won't be having hair videos, because we definitely will. But I just wanted to make sure that we're realistic here, number one, on this channel. I want to make sure that we are keeping it real when it comes to natural hair, and people that work, people that have children, people that have, business things they're trying to achieve, like myself. People that have things going on, in their lives. Sometimes it's not, especially when you're my age, when you're over 40, honey, you're just not that focused into having a lot of, glam hairstyles. Those are pretty much saved for special occasions and things like that. So I don't want you guys to think that, we were going to go into these heavy-duty hairstyles. While I will share them with you when I do them, it's just not that that's something that's heavy on my list, because really I try to just make sure I maintain the health and length of my hair and that it continues to grow. So I don't want to be manipulating my hair all the time. And I don't want you guys that watch my channel to get under the assumption that people, when you're watching videos about hairstyles and things, that these people are doing these hairstyles regular. Now, some may, but a lot probably are not. Those that are, showing you and they have long hair, they're retaining their length, their hair is constantly growing. Those folks, their hair is healthy looking. Those folks are actually, like I do say, your natural hair gurus. And while I follow a lot of them, I know realistically that I can't do my hair in those beautiful hairstyles all the time. Those are hairstyles you save for those special occasions, or when you're going somewhere, when you're doing things, or if you're younger and you're constantly doing things, then that definitely is what you need to be, that can be your reality. But I'm speaking to more of the older crowd that are just busy, and they don't put a lot of time, they can't put a lot of time into just styling their hair constantly. So that's what I want you guys to understand, is that that's my reality as well. So what I'm here to share with you are ways that you can grow your hair. While it may not be fast growth, because I don't really know where that comes from. Some people's hair grow faster than others, is what I would say. But I don't feel like there's a magical potion that's just going to make your hair grow really fast overnight. I don't agree with that. So, that's just my thoughts. But there are ways and things that can help maintain constant growth of your hair. And I want to share with you how to keep your hair, make your hair healthy if it's not healthy, as well as keeping it healthy. Because I have also went through that on my journey. So the things that I can actually share with you are things that I have actually experienced along my journey. So one of the things also that I wanted to let you know is that within my journey, I had thought many times about going back to relaxers. So I don't want you guys to think at any point that this this has just been like, oh, most people don't go through that. So if you're feeling that way, you're normal. Most people don't feel like this has just been a glorious experience. So yes, you will get there, but once you can achieve that hump, I think that you're on your way to being being able to maintain natural. So okay, now that we got all that out of the way, let me go ahead and get into tips to maintaining or retaining length and hair growth. So main thing, and the reason why I say retain length is some people feel like they get to a certain point and their hair stops growing, because I used to feel that way, but I actually don't think that that's what it is. It's just that sometimes we feel like it's there and we kind of stop doing the things we need to do, because I've been there too. So just so that you know, that may not actually be the case. It may just be you standing in your own way of your hair growing. So just to let you know that as well. So it's nothing dynamic, guys. Let's get right to it. One of my tips would be stay out of your hair, and that is actually going back to what we just talked about. So stop manipulating your hair so much. Some people feel like they have to constantly be in their hair because they're on YouTube and they're seeing all these beautiful hairstyles and things like that. Like I said before, save those hairstyles for occasions, when you're going somewhere. For the most part, guys, this is how my hair is usually in some little, just something regular. Like these are twists, and I just have them pent up. So these are wet. This is twists on wet hair, so my hair is not even stretched. Like my hair is probably sitting about right here or whatever. But, well, no, it's probably sitting about right here. But it's just sitting there. It's not, my hair is not, you would look at it and think I probably cut it. But it's just shrunken that much because I didn't try to stretch out my twist. So, and when I'm just wearing it just in a protective style, I don't care about it being stretched or what have you. Pin it up. You can stretch, it'll stretch as it's pent up, which is another little tip. So, stop worrying about the length of your hair. Lord knows, please quit worrying about it. As long as you worry about it, then it's not going to grow. It's just like when they say when you sit and watch a plant, it won't grow or whatever. It's things like that. You just have to let nature occur, And so that is what I started doing, because at first I was worried, because when I first did the big chop, I was probably about 1.5 inches in hair length, and yeah. That was interesting. I have to share with you guys my I've said that before. Okay, we definitely got to do that video. We're going to do the video about my big chop, so, and my experience. So anyway, stay out of your hair. Quit messing in your hair so much. Style your hair for the week. Like if you're going to wear your hair, if you want to wear a twist out or whatever, that's fine. Twist your hair and your nice little twist where you use all the little the gels and everything that you're going to use, your styling products, and the video that you're watching that helps you get it just the way you want that hairstyle to be, then that's what you do. You do that entire week. You just untwisting in the morning, little manipulation, and going on, every day doing that, retwisting it, at night. Not maybe in as many twists as you did initially, but retwisting it at night if your hair requires that, or putting it up in a pineapple at night if your hair can support that. But that's kind of what you want to be doing during, on a weekly basis or whatever. You don't need to be changing up hairstyles 2 and 3 times a week and things like that. That's bad for your hair. Low manipulation, kind of staying out of your hair as much as possible. What else? If you're wearing a wet hairstyle, maintain the moisture in your hair. And that means maintain the water content in your hair. That is something definitely that I learned probably the hard way the first time, but that definitely will save you some hair. If your hairstyling for that week, that month, whatever you're doing. If it's to be wet, where you're where when you twist your hair, whatever, you did it while it was wet, or you put it in the ponytail while it was wet, and this is how you plan on wearing it all week or whatever, then make sure to keep your hair wet. I don't mean dripping wet, but you need to keep moisture in your hair. Your hair should not be crunchy at any point. And make sure you're keeping your oil at least in there. You don't want to keep loading up on product, like putting more creams on your hair. You can get away with that maybe once, but it needs to still be moist when you do that. And you don't need to be doing that constantly. It mainly could be water and just putting some oil on your hair. So that's kind of what you need to be doing when your hair is wet, keeping that moisture in there. I kind of went a little deep on that, but my voice a little deep anyway. So anyway, next tip. When your hair is stretched, whether it's heat or not, you still want to maintain moisture. It will not be water at that point. It may be more of an oil or cream, whatever you feel comfortable with. But it needs to be enough in your hair so that it's not weighed down or anything like that. But you at least need to be putting a little bit of moisture in your hair every couple of days, or when you notice it's dry. Like my hair gets dry really fast, so I probably do it often. I do it often, more often probably than most. So you just want to make sure that you're putting some type of moisture on your hair, just to make sure, once again, that it's not getting dry, that crunchy feel. You know how your hair is when it starts getting dry. You want to prevent it from getting to that point. So maintaining some type of moisture, even with stretched out hairstyles, with some type of cream or oil. Clipping your ends. I do not recommend having if you're going to do it once a year, then that's good. Some people do it twice a year. I'm just one of those people. I clip my ends when I feel like my ends need clipping. And it probably ends up being about twice a year. But I don't clip my ends often. And I never really did it before. My mom would do it when she was doing my hair. But once I started doing my hair myself, I didn't really clip my ends like that. And so that's why my hair had got to a point to where I felt like it wouldn't grow anymore. But, and this is while I was relaxed, this part of the story. And once I got a little bit older, and someone told me that, I went to a beautician one time, I just went to a different beautician because my mom wasn't doing hair at that time. And so I went to this lady that I heard, a lot of good things about, and people said they really trusted her. And I was real particular because, like I said, my mom is a hairdresser. So when I went to her, I felt comfortable with her just by how she spoke to me and everything. And I probably need to put this in the other video. But anyway, she talked to me about clipping my ends and stuff. And because I felt comfortable with her from that one experience, I accepted her advice and I started doing it at that point. And when I did, my hair started growing and it went past that point. So I will say that clipping your ends is important, but some people tend to overclip, I think, because I know people that have done that and have had it done, and that stunts your growth as well. So I do not recommend every time you do your hair or something, you're clipping your ends. That's kind of weird, but I would just say, for me, I do it about twice a year. And I clip my ends on occasion. When I twist my hair, if I see little stray pieces, if the ends don't curl as well as they should or as well as they used to, I clip that part off. So I do that probably maybe once. So I clip maybe 3 times a year, because I know I do clip sometime when it's wet. And that's usually, that would probably be the 2 times I cut. It's probably wet and when it's flat iron. So no, cause I flat iron my hair about once a year. So yeah, so if I when I twist my hair and it's a wet twist, and as it starts drying, I see those little ends that look like they're not really curling quite like they should. I cut it off. So that's a way to tell too if you need to clip your ends. And then of course everyone knows from having a relaxer how you should clip your ends when you have straight hair. When you have just raggedy looking ends, or ends when you start being able to see through them, is how my mom taught me, you know, like that, when you have like those areas you can just see through. And my hair is thin, so it's difficult for me sometimes to have to clip my ends, but it's fine, you know. But anywho, those things, clipping your ends, make sure that definitely is part of your regimen at least twice a year. Oiling your scalp. I went through a phase in which I was under the impression that you shouldn't oil your scalp or what have you, and what it is more of, you don't want to be putting petroleum-based products like on your scalp. So that is kind of the myth with that. I don't think there's anything that, I don't know where that came from as far as a black woman, you shouldn't be greasing your scalp. Now, I'm not saying that you grease your scalp regular, because I do feel like sometimes we over-grease our scalps. But I do feel like you need to be putting some type of oil or some type of more natural-based grease on your scalp, or cream, however, you know, they hairdressing cream or however they name it. But you do want to kind of put that on your scalp as needed. If you know your scalp's dry, then you want to use whatever you use. My scalp doesn't tend to run that dry except right in the top, and so this is the part that I really oil more than any other area of my hair as far as my scalp. But yeah, just keeping moisture on your scalp too is definitely should be a part of your regimen to keep your hair healthy and growing. And so the last tip that I can give you for natural hair, and there may be some more that I'll bring up later, I don't know, but these are just the ones that I know are definite in my routine. And so the last one would be a protective hairstyle. Keeping your hair in some type of keeping your hair in some type of protective hairstyle for periods of time, to me, that has been probably one of the next best things on the top of the list as far as things that have helped my hair grow and be healthy. Just not messing with your hair. I know sometimes that we want to be cute and stuff, but you have to learn how to be cute with a hairstyle like this, because a lot of times people just looking at you like, okay, honey, she's confident rocking that thing, and so it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So I've had people ask me about hairstyles or about how I do my hair, I take care of my hair, when to me I'm looking at it like, what? You know, but they're just looking at it like it looks neat. And I just want my hair to look neat when I go out. You know what I'm saying? When it's just to the store or something. So that's what I mean. Like, your tips, your taking care of your hair cannot always be, you know, thinking it's going to be a twist out every time you walk out the door, because that's a lot of manipulation. Like, I don't want to have to do that to my hair every day. That to me is just, that's a lot. You know, now if you require that for your work or something like that, then it's different. Like, you know, if you're in some type of beauty, or, you know, that's your lifestyle, then that's totally, you know, you have to do that. But a lot of them I even know who have healthy long hair, they're wearing wigs. I just don't really wear wigs because I never have, so I don't really know how to wear wigs. So, but would I wear a wig if I found one that was really cute and it looked right on me, and I wanted to go somewhere and I didn't want to have to take down my protective style? Yes, I would wear a wig. But But yeah, that would probably be the only time I would wear it. But I would wear one for that purpose. But anyway, so yeah, that's just the other tip is you got to find you a protective hairstyle, be comfortable with it, find you a few that you can be comfortable with, and just wear it. You know, I'll link one of my protective hairstyles up here so that you guys can take a look at one of my videos, and it was just it's just regular hairstyles. They're not necessarily glamorous. That you can find some that are really cute and that you can wear, and you incorporate those into your regimen. But what I'm saying is they need to be protective styles that you're doing pretty regular. Like for me, a lot of people wear their hair flat iron during the winter, spring, you know, when it's cooler. During the winter, I don't really care. Like, I'll straighten it if I want to do something different or whatever. But for the most part, it probably would just be blown out at the most. But I try not to really flat iron my hair but maybe once a year. I mean, although it is cute when you do it and people be like, oh, you know, your hair looks so cute. And, oh, you love getting, you know, all the attention from it. I will say that. But if you know that you do not have the hair texture that you can just be constantly straightening it, then you do not need to be doing it. And I don't have the hair texture for that. Like, my hair just does not tolerate being having that much heat applied to it on a regular basis. So for me, I have to limit that. So that's why I don't do a lot of straight styles. But to each his own. You know, if your hair can tolerate it, then definitely, you know, rock your straight styles, because I would too if my hair tolerated it. So and then for me, I'm different. I'm more into embracing my natural and just trying to do with it what I can, and I feel better. Like, I feel so, like, to me, not having a relaxer to me made a difference in how I felt. So I will say that I do think that there's benefits to not using relaxers, you know, to each his own on that too. I don't care, you know. Like I said, my mama a hairdresser, so if somebody say, you know, they want a relaxer, I'm sure she's not going to say, no, I'm not going to do it, you know. So I'm not knocking people that want a relaxer. I'm just saying, for me, I don't want a relaxer. I'm okay with my natural. I'm okay with how it looks or whatever. And so that's just me. So I'm just trying to share information with people who feel like me, that you are comfortable. And I've seen girls in college and high school, honey, rocking a natural that it was not like a glamorous do. It was something like this, and but they were confident. And I love it. Like, I love it. It's your natural. It is you. This is what God gave you. Be proud of it and rock that shit till the damn wheels come off. But yes, I would just say, you know, rock your natural and be proud of it. And I'm just here to share with you what you can do as just a regular person trying to get to class, trying to get to work, trying to take care of these kids, whatever it is you're trying to do. That I'm just trying to help you to incorporate natural into that life, so that you're able to love your natural as much as the people you see on YouTube that appear to be loving theirs, you know. So that's all I'm saying. So anyway, this video has been long enough, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here, but stay tuned. I have some more videos that will be coming up in which we will be chit-chatting like this again. And I think you guys may really enjoy those type of videos. So we'll get into those, and let me know down in the comment section if you like them or what have you. But anyway, share this with someone that you think it may help, especially someone that is battling how to take care of their natural hair and how to be confident with their natural hair. Be sure to refer them to my channel, because I will be sharing some more information on that. And I just want, you know, us to become a little community of people that, you know, just looking for some genuine lookout or whatever. So anyway, I'm just here to, you know, look out for you and help you embrace who you are. Okay? All right. Okay, anyway, Love you guys for watching, and I'll see you in